G'day beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about something that I think is very simple. I think it is something that is very easy to understand and that people should be doing. And that is not surrendering, not giving up, not being defeatist when things are sort of stacked against you. So in the background you'll see gameplay. It's probably not the greatest showcase of being on the back foot, but in this gameplay it was pretty much a back and forth. Both teams had some very decent players on them and some players that were making very questionable decisions. I ended up in a situation where I was pushing the off lane, and while all the stuff was going on, the enemy team's carry was actually taking prime. So we fell back and did something that was called turtling. Turtling is a strategy where you pretty much just pull back, you don't push, you hang back and you allow the enemy team to push to you, and you allow them to make mistakes or get aggressive so that you can be in the defensive stance and fight on your tower or hope that they make a mistake. I'm sure that's good enough of an explanation. So yeah, it's not the greatest showcase of a match where you shouldn't give up, but we were in a bad spot. We were in a defensive position. They had prime. They had a lot of farm on them. It was half an hour in, so they were already very strong. And with prime, they could have easily taken our tier 2, wiped us, and pushed to end the game. And that's a very angry dog in the background. But none of us gave up. We all got ready to defend. We quickly had our lanes pushing a little bit, left and right lane, so that we had a little bit of pressure taken off us. Because one of the worst things that happens when people have prime is that you don't make sure that your lanes are just pushing or even, and then you end up with a situation where someone has to split off left, someone has to split off right, and you've got a 3v5 with the enemy team having prime, and you're not going to win that. You're just going to get destroyed. But in this instance, we had a wonderful ult by Steel, followed by a Grux pull and ult. While in my blind state, I backed off a little bit just to make sure I wasn't copying stupid amounts of damage, and then my team just finished everyone bar their carry off, and in that instance we knew that we had an insane advantage and we pushed as hard as we could, and I didn't give up. I knew that I could take that core even without any minions on it, so I went for it. So many occasions I've been in similar situations as this where people just vote to surrender, or they become really defeatist and they just sit in spawn, or they talk absolute shit to people and blame the eventual loss on other people when it's not a loss yet. You're 30 minutes in and one team one can turn a game around. You see how much time we have here. We wipe them on the tier 2. Their minion wave is at our tier 2. We managed to get those kills and push that wave the entire way up, take their tier 2, take their inhibitor, and take their core with just enough time as they were spawning back in. You have so much time and you can make so much shit happen, so long as you make it happen. Just the fact of having a defeatist attitude, and you know, whether you're in chat saying that it can't be won, or you're thinking it to yourself, if there is any reason why it cannot be won, it's because it's in your head. Okay? That's something I know all too well. When I get in my head and I think I can't do something, I can't do it. But when you're positive about it and you just think, okay, well, this is something we could do and this is something we could do, chances are you have a shot. So especially at 15 minutes, don't surrender. If you can hold on from 15 minutes for another 15 to 20 minutes, yeah, it's a long ass game, and if you lose, you lose. But all it takes is one team fight, as I said, especially after the 30-minute mark, okay? Once the enemy team is at level 15, you have so much time if you wipe the team to get so much stuff done, to push all your lanes up, potentially take 3 inhibs. It is never over until the fat lady sings, okay? And the fat lady singing is the announcer telling you that the game is over, so stop giving up. Stop giving up completely and leaving the game. Stop giving up and sitting in spawn. Stop giving up and voting to surrender, especially at early times in the match. Because most of the times when I see someone voting to surrender early on in the match, it's because, let's just say for example, the mid laner or the off laner has died 4 times. And they're being smartasses saying, oh, they're just feeding, let's just vote to surrender, we're never going to win. Well, you're not going to win, and the reason you're not going to win is probably not because that mid laner fed 4 kills, which really isn't that bad. 4 kills is not really that bad. It's your attitude that's stopping you from winning. I didn't think my team had much of a chance the whole way through. I had a good amount of faith in our jungler. He's a very, very good jungler. I knew I could get my job done. Our mid laner was constantly making silly decisions, and I don't know why. Our support was pretty decent. He was doing his job, especially at the end there with that awesome shield that I think allowed us to get the core. The carry was a bit of a farming simulator. So I didn't think we had the best shot in the world, but we still had a shot and we didn't give up. We worked as a team in the end. We all came together and we got it done because we weren't defeatist and we knew that anything can change. But I've rambled on long enough. I'm pretty sure you understand that the message of this video is stop giving up. Okay? You're never gonna learn if you quit when things get hard. That's not the way life works. If things get hard, you buckle down and you give it a good go, and chances are you learn something from those hard matches. You will never win if you somehow are in diamond and you only ever play bronzes. Okay, every single day you play 1 diamond with 4 bronzes against bronzes. You're not going to learn because those are quote unquote easy matches. You learn from the hard matches. You don't really ever learn from the easy matches because it's a cakewalk. What is there to learn? You could make so many mistakes and still not learn anything. Alright, you learn from the hard matches. Stop giving up, guys. But that is it for this video. So if you enjoyed this in any way, shape or form, please smash the like button, leave me a comment, let me know what you think. Subscribe for more Paragon content. With that said, thank you so much for watching. I love your face, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.